Alright, shalom, shalom. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna do this one a bit different this time. I like my 10-minute videos, uh, but I noticed that I might be able to do a little longer video just so I can cover the things that need to be covered, so you don't have to watch 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It is easier to digest those 10-minute videos to kind of contemplate and think about what you should be thinking about. Uh, but I want to see if I can put out at least a 20-minute video. Uh, and I'll still be doing my 10-minute videos, but I just want to give a little bit more context with having a little bit more time. Okay. All right. Global Trends 2040. Uh, National Defense Intelligence Agency has come out with their macro view of the trends that is coming about. You can download it. It's easy to read. It's something that you should read, and you should look at it in your shoes from your point of view, from your steps. One of the things that I really loved about the report is that it tells you about the demographics that is going on. Now, if you're up to date, or if you watch Ray Dalio's principles for a changing world order, then you would know in what stage, he didn't say it in the video, in what stage the United States is on. Okay, even though at the end of the video he said we can push it up. Okay, the video was a great video. However, there is no God in this video. There's no caveat in this video. So I take my opinions and my prophecy or my future from the word of the Most High. Okay? Where he prophesied that he will burn the earth with fire. Okay? That will be his judgment. And that America will no longer exist. Well, let me not say that. The daughter of Babylon will be sat down. That's how it's described. The daughter of Babylon will be sat down. That is America. Okay? Babylon is the Vatican. Mystery Babylon is the Vatican and its agencies, okay? Or its entities. The United Nations, the European Union, Council of Foreign Relations, all these little different entities, secret societies that they have going on. That is Mystery Babylon, okay? It's the Church of Harlots, okay? And it's controlled by organizations, and it is in bed with organizations and governmental entities worldwide. Okay? We also have to look at, it's important that you should look at the Global Trends book, okay, or the PDF, just so you can have a better understanding of where I'm coming from and what I'm talking about. The kingdoms of this world have become the kingdoms of our God and his Mashiach. Okay? These governments are going to be wiped out. Okay? They will no longer function as they function now. That's what we're in right now. We're in the tribulation. And as we go through this, the 10 toes of Babylon, which is the European Union, United Nations, so on and so forth, like I said, those 10 toes, right, are going to be swept away. And we know that they will be swept away. This is my opinion, but I know for sure. 2023. Okay? Now, sometime in between now and 2029, we will hear the devil's voice. Okay? In fact, you would know that the devil is on the scene, okay? Which in the world is looking for the Antichrist, okay? He will be on the scene. The Antichrist will control world major powers, okay? You will have to make a decision, and I've said this before, whether or not you will be a part of the Antichrist world or Satan's world, or you will live free and have liberty. Many people explain this from the Agenda 2030, meaning that there will be societies that are uh, what they would say is a 21st century society and a 20th century society. Okay, the only way I could explain it to you would be like how it is now between nations and the Amish. You know, the Amish, they live like they back in the 18th century, not that far back, maybe 19th century. Okay, because they do utilize technology and the things that they have, but they live a holistic, societal, granulistic life. Okay, according to nature's God and God, the creator of the universe. They live according to those cycles and adaptations. Many people will have to decide whether or not they love living in Satan's technocratic global governance. Okay, that's what's being decided. Whether you want to live freely according to God's mercy and dictates, or you want to live in a technocratic wizardry society. Okay, techno wizards, because they want to push the digital, net zero, communistic, totalitarian, stakeholder capital, fascist society. Okay, yeah, it's going to be uh democratic. Okay, okay, meaning you only have to pick between this demon and that demon. All right. But societies are going to be split. In fact, they're being split right now, especially in the East. Now, in the global trends, they tell you where prominent societies are going to flourish, nourish, and not nourish. Because we're at the end of the age, we are also at the end of the cyclic time of the demographic age of production for most people. Okay, like me, I'm in my 40s, so I got about 20 more years before I'm not working on nobody's car line. You know what I mean? I'm not working in nobody's factory. You know, I'm not driving 8 hours a day behind no truck. You understand? That is the demographics we're at. We're at an aging society population. You know, where you're not in your productive years, meaning your physical productive years. It doesn't mean you can't still be productive. Okay, because there are levels of production. If you know the sciences of apprenticeship, um, uh, master, and ADAP. If you know those things, not in that order, master, ADAP, and apprenticeship, then you will know where you should be projecting yourself to go. Okay, so that you continue to sustain your life uh, in your declining years. Okay, so you have to master your craft, whatever it may be. You have to master your craft and be able to utilize your craft to bring up other apprentices that will become masters. This principle has been used. Um, I'm going off on a tangent here a little bit, but it ties in. This principle has used to be used in what was called guild societies, okay? Guild craft societies, where knowledge and these things was passed on through the guilds of that society. Skill. Like the Messiah was a carpenter, his father was a carpenter. You know what I mean? They were builders. So he learned his the skills of his father. All right. And when you become a master builder, you're not in the work doing the labor part. You're doing the mental part. If your mentality is still intact, okay. If you still have the mental capacity to be able to direct, organize, plan the project and the people who will be doing the actual work. Okay, that is the role of a master. They want to, when I mean they, I'm talking about Satan and his hordes, okay? They understand that this is happening. And the only way, this is why they are willing to have a world war, okay? Because now they have the technology, or at least they think they have the technology, where they can replace a lot of aging, skilled people with the technology. And it's out there. It's out there. But there are nuances in between there that they cannot control. Like people, natural disasters, and the onset of um, family ties, okay? Because when you have a breakdown in family society, you have a breakdown in the organization of the economic wealth. Economics come from the word uh, to organize a home, okay? Organo, or to organize a home. When we have this, and I'm going to go into this later on, we're already in World War III, okay? Don't let these media companies tell you that Putin just woke up one morning and was like, I'm ready to go to war. Okay? Like, he's some crazy guy. He didn't count the cost. Okay? He didn't count the cost. Yes, he has problems with his military. Got young guys uh, who don't want to fight, who eyes are open. They understand what's going on. And this is the changing in the spirit of that the Most High prophesied of, where he says, I will put a new spirit in the earth. Okay, the nations will be in a new spirit. They will take their swords and pluck them into plowshares. Okay, but that's not until after this terror comes upon the whole earth, and Satan and his hordes are removed from power. Okay, when the real Christians will stand up and begin to reign here on earth. They understand what is going on, and they think that they will have power and control after this war, okay? Where they can build back better, okay? Build what? Build what has been destroyed. And you will have to make a decision whether or not you want to be a part of Satan's kingdom or you want to live a free life, a free bird, okay, here in the world society. Yes, you may not have an opportunity to go to the places that you want to go until the Messiah sits down on his throne. You may have to be confined to your land, but hey, in your city, in your town, in your county, but hey, at least you will be free. At this time, we will see how far Putin will go with this war, or how far they will push him. Okay, he said it should be over by the end of the month, but I'm expecting that the NATO powers will try something so that they can save face on the international stage. because that is one of the things that they're looking at. Like, oh, if he's able to challenge our order, then others will be able to challenge our order. And we see those who are ready to challenge the order. Saudi Arabia is trying to break away. They've been trying to break away from the United States for quite some time, but they already got treaties and things that they have to navigate. China just told the United States, look, don't be trying to form no NATO response to Taiwan. North Korea, they just ready, okay? They just ready to get their revenge, okay? North Korea is ready to get their revenge. Even though they will be chastised severely, they ready to get their revenge. Who else is trying to break away? Egypt, Algeria, Libya, all these are trying to break away. And the door has been open for them to break away if they are smart. But they will be dragged into this conflict. All right? Especially when you got Turkey doing what they doing, and you got Germany rebuilding their army. But Iran and Taiwan are the two things that are Iran and Taiwan are the two things that are Achilles' heels for the United Nations and the European Union. I just got finished listening to the intelligence report. Some of the things that they were saying. Of course, the open meeting is different from the closed meeting, but we have triple vision, and we have double vision and triple wisdom, so that we can look and see and peer through the things that are coming. If you think that your salvation will be in cryptocurrency, you better pick the right currency. Okay, you better pick the right system, because there are systems that are going to be utilized by the whore of Babylon to maintain control and power. And I think that Apple is ready to give the Vatican its own cryptocurrency. We will see how what legislating bills will come out of the United States administration here soon. But you have to understand that the powers to be are still going with their 2030 digital intelligence community. Okay, the metaverse is what they call it, but it's actually the slave verse, technocratic slavery. All right, so you have to decide if you're going to be in Satan's world and his realm. That's it for today. I thank you for your 20 minutes. I'm praying for you. I hope that the Most High will bless you with his set apart spirit, that you are reading your red words, that you are preparing for the day of the Almighty. It's not a day to rejoice. It's not a day of happiness, okay? It's a day of gloom. A lot of people keep saying, oh, I'm waiting for Jesus to come back. Oh, I'm waiting for Jesus to come back. Look, he's coming back with a sword. And he's already the Spirit is already bringing the sword through. It's already cutting down nations and kingdoms and people and princes and powers, okay? It's already cutting them down. That's what the exposure of these wicked people have been. Brought out into the light. Then you see him getting cut off, okay? Remember Epstein? His sins came to light. The angel of death came, no matter how it was. You understand? Brought out to the light. Finish. That is the judgment of the wicked. And it's the same thing when the Messiah comes. His eyes is like a flame of fire. That flame of fire is exposing everything that is wicked and burning it up. Shalom.